Dorothy and Michael, who parted ways a few months after their son Aiden was born, decided on a shared parenting arrangement for Alden's happiness. However, Dorothy began questioning Michael's motives when she noticed something unusual about their little boy one day. What was Michael up to? Welcome back to Storyscape. Before we get into today's video, take a moment to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to also hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Dorothy and Michael went through a tough separation a few months after their son Aiden was born. Despite their strained relationship, they reached an agreement for Aiden's sake, a rotating schedule where he spent 1 week with each parent. However, Dorothy became concerned when she noticed an odd behavior in Aiden during his time with her. Every day at 12:13 p.m., he would pause, pull down his pants, and stare into them for half an hour. Initially dismissing it as curiosity, Dorothy grew puzzled as the pattern continued, prompting her to investigate whether something might be bothering Aiden during these moments. After Aiden returned to his father's house, Dorothy discussed her son's peculiar behavior with her friend Olivia. Olivia's suggestion that Dorothy's ex-husband might be involved made her suspicious. A few weeks before Aiden's odd actions began, Dorothy got a new boyfriend, and shortly after Michael found out, he sent a hurtful letter, threatening to make her life miserable. Dorothy considered the possibility that Michael might be influencing Aiden to cause her distress, perhaps even using him to spy on her to jealousy. Dorothy suspected a hidden recording device might be in Aiden's clothing and decided to check it out. However, her thorough search, even checking Aiden's shoes, yielded no evidence, leaving her uncertain about the truth. Convinced that Michael was spying on her using their son, Dorothy decided to turn the tables. She called the police and explained the situation. The police responded promptly since a child was involved, sending officers to her house and another unit to Michael's place. Michael was arrested on the spot and taken in for questioning. As Michael faced the consequences, something unexpected happened. Dorothy was caught off guard when the police unexpectedly knocked on her door. She had no idea the cops would come to her as well. Confused and anxious, she let them in, asking the officer how she could assist. The unexpected revelation from the officer made her question whether her suspicions about Michael were right. The officer informed Dorothy about their conversation with her ex-husband, who was taken to the local precinct for questioning about spying. Michael appeared genuinely surprised by the arrest and seemed unaware of the accusations. When confronted about a suspected chip in his son's pants, he appeared taken aback. Dorothy struggled to make sense of the situation. The mystery left her uneasy and perplexed. The officer clarified his purpose at Dorothy's house, explaining the need for special measures to ensure her son's safety. With Dorothy's permission, he used a harmless device to check for spy chips on her son, Aiden. Aiden found it amusing, thinking it was a game. After a careful scan, the officer delivered the good news to Dorothy, indicating no issues with her son. Despite the relief, Dorothy wondered if there was truly nothing to worry about or if Michael was more cunning than she thought. The officer took his leave, promising updates. As Dorothy contemplated the situation, an unexpected call interrupted her anxious thoughts. Surprisingly, it was Michael, her ex-husband. Unsure of his intentions, she hesitated to answer, but ultimately picked up, anticipating his anger. To her surprise, Michael explained his side of the story, unaware that Dorothy had played a role in the events. Curious, he inquired if the police had questioned her about Aiden. Faced with a choice, Dorothy decided to come clean about her involvement. Dorothy admitted she was the one who called the police due to the threatening letter and their son's strange behavior. Surprisingly, Michael apologized for his actions, explaining the letter was sent in the heat of the moment and that he didn't mean it. He denied involvement in any spy chip incident with their son. Dorothy asked if Aiden displayed similar behavior with him, and Michael confirmed. mentioning a specific routine at 12:13. This revelation heightened Dorothy's concern, leaving her with more questions. Back to square one, she urgently needed to understand what was happening with her son. With no one else to turn to, she sought Michael's opinion on the situation, leading them to consider a potential solution. Aiden didn't like going to the doctor, but they had to find out what was wrong. Dorothy scheduled an appointment with their local doctor and took Aiden to see him. At the doctor's office, they sat in the examination room. The doctor, ready to examine Aiden, distracted him with a lollipop, promising he could keep it if he made it through. Aiden happily agreed. After a thorough check, the doctor found nothing unusual. After about 10 minutes, the doctor had reassuring news for Dorothy. Her son was perfectly fine and healthy. There were no clear reasons for his habits. The doctor advised keeping an eye on him for any further details. Dorothy left the doctor's office feeling disappointed. She had really hoped that she would leave the doctor's office with an answer. Over the next few days, she observed Aiden repeating the same actions, wondering if she had missed something. Even Michael couldn't provide insight during Aiden's visit. Dorothy researched online and borrowed a parenting book from the library, but found no explanations. Feeling heartbroken, it seemed she would have to come to terms with the fact that her son might not be normal. Just as she was grappling with this realization, her phone rang. It was her doctor requesting to see Aiden urgently. They scheduled an appointment for the next day, raising Dorothy's hopes for a breakthrough. However, the anticipation made her even more nervous. The doctor wanted the appointment at noon, prompting Dorothy to prepare Aiden early and bribe him with a lollipop to ensure cooperation. Initially, Dorothy didn't pay much attention to the time, but it became significant when they arrived at the doctor's office at noon. In the examination room, the doctor seemed more concerned than before. He explained that he wanted to observe Aiden precisely during the time he usually displayed the unusual behavior. At 12:13 p.m., everyone watched, but nothing happened as expected. The doctor, taking a radical step, turned on the radio and asked for Dorothy's favorite station. Moments later, Aiden's behavior changed dramatically when the doctor played the radio. The doctor shared his hypothesis with Dorothy, asking if she played the radio around noon every day. She nodded, and the doctor's smile widened. He had solved the case. But what did the radio have to do with Aiden's behavior? The doctor explained that her son was trying to dance along to the music, his way of expressing feelings, even though he didn't know how to dance yet. Dorothy was astonished. Was Aiden's behavior simply an expression? The doctor assured her that with some encouragement, he would outgrow it. Taking his advice, Dorothy enrolled him in baby dance classes, where he learned the proper way to dance, putting an end to the unexpected behavior. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you have yet to do so. Be sure to also hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on our upcoming videos.